Didn't see you there. Welcome, everybody, to the Hometown Health and Fitness Total Body Home Workout Series. I'm Joe, and I'll be your trainer through the entire process here while we're quarantined, as we'll be releasing to you workouts that you can do every single day from the comfort of your own home. Workouts so simple, you could do them in your slippers. So without further ado, let's get to work for today.
Just having a little fun here with some Thursday abs for you. So coming at you with a full ab and core superset routine. But first, as always, getting into it with the warm-up, starting off with some hip circles to one direction and then the other, onto some trunk twist, and then you're going to see me do a step back and reach just to get my entire core and trunk warmed up here. Yes, this is at 2 times speed, so I'm not actually moving this fast. The rest of the workout, don't worry, will be in regular speed. But with the warm-up, you can do each exercise for about 45 seconds a piece. And then moving on to the supersets, we're keeping the same theme from throughout the week. So 3 rounds of each superset, 15 reps per side. We're doing everything unilateral today. So starting off with what I call the figure 4 leg raise. So a move kind of stolen out of the page of a Pilates book here. Okay, so you're going to cross one leg over top the other and then lift up into a leg raise. You'll see me modify with more of just a reverse crunch variation if you can't do the full straight leg raise. Now, this is quite a challenging exercise for the lower abs, and you don't realize when you're doing a double leg raise how much momentum you can actually get from the weight of your legs swinging back and forth. So when you do this figure 4 position here, there's really nowhere where you can generate momentum because you're kind of boxed up in your own position there. So 15 reps on the one side, 15 reps on the other, and you'll complete 3 rounds of that before moving on to the next exercise, which is going to be side crunches. So laying on your side of choice to start, you're going to have your other arm straight out for balance. You'll see me do all 3 different variations on both sides. So you could do this with no legs, and you'll see me put my hand on my obliques just to palpate, tell my brain that's where I want the strain to be. You can do this with lifting one leg. So lifting the top leg, bringing your knee towards your elbow. And notice I'm not pulling on my head when I do these. My hand is just beside my head. It's not actually pulling on my head to lift me up. And then you'll see the last variation, your most advanced obviously, is lifting both legs at the same time. So you'll do 15 reps in all on one side and then switch over to the other side. So you'll see me just kind of spin around. You can just roll over if you're home, but I wanted you to be able to see from the front side here. Now notice with my legs too, they're not straight out to my side. There's a little bit of an obtuse angle. So, if you're laying with your body to the side, your legs should be just slightly in front like that. So you will see the little bit of angle created here. And then once again, not pulling on my neck. All right, taking my elbow towards my knee. All right, here's the single leg variation. Then there's the double coming right up. Wait for it. And there it is. That was a little early. So 3 sets, 15 per side, and then you'll move on to the next one, which is going to be a figure 4 crunch. So again, we're taking that figure 4 position to take some momentum out of the equation. All right, crossing one leg over top of your knee, and then I'm going to crunch knee to elbow. All right, nice and controlled here. Big breath out when I crunch and lift up. And notice again, where my hand is placed, you can really see it when I come up. My hand is beside my head. So, excuse me, when you're doing your abdominal work, make sure your hand is never all the way behind your head, or if it is behind your head, it is okay, but I do notice people have the tendency to pull on their neck when they're doing any kind of abdominal work. So you want to make sure if you do place your hand behind your head that it is just resting there, it's not actually pulling. So as a cue that I'll use for my clients, I say hand to temple, and I'll keep my hand there, and it prohibits me from pulling along the side there. So 3 sets, 15 per side, and then the last one we're going to move on to is from the high plank position. Going to be an elbow to knee. So this is a little bit of a challenging balance exercise. All right, going across the body. So you'll see me start right off here with right elbow to left knee, and all you're going to do is tap those 2 points together and then release. So it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but there's a lot of instability involved here. All right, a lot of balance crossing over side to side. So you want to make sure you're placing your hand and your foot back on the ground, not falling into place, and keeping your hips relatively square towards the floor. Now, if you do have cranky wrists, you can do this from your elbows as well. And if this exercise is too challenging, you can drop down to a knee as well and perform it just the same. But you're going to go 15 reps per side. And heck, after you've finished all of that for your abs, you've definitely earned yourself quite a bit of stretch. All right, so last couple reps on that side. And boom, we're going to head into a little stretch to finish. So one of my favorite stretches to do overall, but in particular after an ab workout, is some variation of the upward dog or the cobra. because we just did all that shortening in the abdominal area. So we want to make sure that we lengthen from that spot as well. So I'm really consciously thinking about, as if I had a string on my chest or my sternum and somebody's picking that up towards the ceiling. Then for my second stretch, we're going to go into what's referred to as thread the needle, or you can just call it as a T-spine rotation here. So I'm just laying my one shoulder on the ground and just rotating from the T-spine. Again, the T-spine kind of gets locked up when we do those crunch movements and things like that. So we're just opening up the T-spine, or to elaborate on that, your thoracic spine, basically thinking of your mid-back region. Trying to stretch that out, and you'll get a little bit of stretch in the shoulder as well. All right, so one side and then the other. Each of these stretches, again, hold them for as long as you feel necessary, but usually 30 to 45 seconds is sufficient, but you can go to a minute on these. Heck, if it feels good on the stretch, stay in there, let it do its thing. All right, so that's your thread the needle. And then last one, everybody knows this pose. We're going into the child's pose. So both arms will go out to the front, and I'm gonna sink my hips down towards my heels. All right, seeing me having to spin the hat backwards there so I can actually sit into that stretch, and that'll close us out, all right, for our Superset ab and core day here. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and tomorrow we're gonna have a little total body mashup, and I look forward to seeing everybody then. Talk to you tomorrow.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed today's workout. As always, if you have questions about this particular workout or anything else fitness and nutrition related, feel free to leave comments down below. This is your trainer Joe signing off for today, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.